As of May 2018, there are a lot of Amazon sellers who are currently using Facebook review groups to get their reviews, and I think this is a very dangerous activity to be engaged in. So in this video, I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts of why, from more of a technical standpoint, just how easy it would be for them to infiltrate and catch all of the violators and who's at the most risk. This has been going on for a while, and it's going to get harder and harder to get reviews. So I just see this as very, very easy for them to crack down on. So I'll be going over that. And I just want to warn you guys. So my friend has already got suspended, and it cost him close to 7 figures just because he was using these review groups. Now, he didn't want to necessarily go the hard way to get reviews, but it cost him a lot. And I think it could cost you guys a lot. And it's not only going to cost you, in the negative way, but you also won't be learning the valuable skills that you would get by getting reviews in an honest, organic way. So proceed with caution, and let's get on to this. All right, so there are a lot of ways that they could do this and get into there. So basically, all they have to do is go into these Facebook groups and then harvest everybody's ID. So basically, if we go over here, I could just show you, this is an Amazon review group or whatever. You could see literally everybody that has joined it. And it's not that hard. So, I mean, what they could do is essentially they could inspect the elements. You just look at the code. But basically in here, everybody's Facebook unique ID is in here. Let's see. It's in this right here. So if we just go to like facebook.com/this. Oh, what do you know? Now we're at her page, okay? So, but if you also type in an email address into there, it will bring you to that person's page. So they could just do a simple thing where they match the Amazon emails that they have, and then all the people in these groups, and then now they have a good mapping of who's in all of these review groups. So they're going to see the reviewers that are in the groups, and then they'll also be able to see the sellers, okay? So that would probably be the most simple way, okay? But they're way more advanced than that. What they would do then next, they're going to infiltrate, probably because they want to have proof that, you are truly breaking the rules. So what would be going on then is how hard would it be for them to just set up some fake accounts or even real accounts and just go into these groups and ask and just straight up like be, like a spy in there. It would not be hard at all. So if you're just out there and you're trading for, you want to give them money on PayPal and you want them to do a full price purchase, or if it's a review but it's like, hey, you have to review it, they're going to find out eventually if they want to. That's the big thing, is if they want to. But I just feel like eventually they probably will. So if we go into the next one right there, we say, so they can see whenever you go to Amazon.com, they have cookies, okay? Not only do they have cookies, but they also can see where the incoming traffic is coming from. So what they could do is they could potentially be posting links in there, and people that go through that bait link, they could track people like that. Or they could also just track it through literally the URL that it comes from. It's going to be, there's different URLs that come whenever you come from a different part of Facebook, from my understanding. I haven't dug into the code, I could test that later, but the whole point is they can tell where it's coming from, okay? So they can set up their own traps through sellers, or they can set up their own traps through links, or they could just look where this incoming traffic is coming from, okay? And then where I think they would really do it, though, because they want to get efficient, is the number 3. So they could just use machine learning to gather these clusters, and it would be really, really easy for them to be able to do this, okay? So let's say you have literally everybody in these groups, and there's probably a very, very specific, so assuming they've collected all these cookies, and now they know, and they flag everybody who has an Amazon, who are these known reviewers and these sellers, okay? And then now you can tell pretty easily if there is a cluster of discounted reviews coming from this URL or from one of these cookied accounts and leaving the reviews, okay? So if it meets a certain amount, then it could just be a trigger like that. It'd be really easy to make. Or let's say you had full price ones. It's like, oh no, you were smart. You did PayPal. You got full price reviews. There's no way Amazon's going to find out about that. Well, that doesn't really help you either, because they have those cookies and they're going to know they flagged all these reviewers. So if they see a large amount of people that are in these review groups all leaving reviews on that brand, then okay, maybe it's now gets flagged, and it wouldn't be that hard for them to catch this type of activity. And so yeah, you just got to be very, very careful. Okay, now we're going to talk about what ones would like be the most dangerous going into the future here, okay? So if you think about it, there's a lot of nefarious activity going down. So they're probably not going to crack down on these big review groups all at once. They want to find a high cluster of the biggest offenders, okay? So essentially, the most dangerous ones to be in would be ones that are like this. There's somebody out there who is advertising their course, and they're saying, oh, you get access to the private review group that is secret, so Amazon won't know about it. Nobody's going to know about it. But yet they put it on YouTube. As if nobody from Amazon could see that and buy it and get in the group. Like, that's who they want to crack down on, you guys. The people who are just doing fraud and abuse. A giant group of sellers who are all colluding together. That is the absolute people that they want to take down. And if I've learned anything from reading Amazon, I've read about 5 or 6 books from their corporate culture, learned really about Jeff Bezos' history, and from some of the tech managers there. Their number one goal as a company is the customer. In every single scenario. Think of it. If you ask for something, you're pretty much going to get it as a customer, and we get shafted as sellers all the time. So they will always maintain that for the rest of Amazon's history. So they're not going to ban these reviewers, okay? They're just going to ban the sellers that are doing this. So, and then I just want to talk about this. So also, if you're reimbursing people and trading money for reviews, that's... there could be somebody infiltrating there and everything. I mean, go about it with your own. We all got to do stuff to get reviews, but I would probably be doing, watch the other parts of the course on how you can get honest reviews. Don't be engaged in this nefarious activity. Then we all just race to the bottom, and it ruins the platform. And just here's my last words. Okay, so if you do this, you're depriving yourself of a very, very valuable skill. And that is how to build and get an audience. How are you actually going to go out there and get people to be interested in your review and in your product and your brand, and to actually give you reviews? Okay, you want to be building a brand, something that's valuable here. You want to be building yourself and your skills so that God forbid anything happens, you can transfer you have the ability to get customers, the customer acquisition skill, marketing skills, all of that. And one thing that I see a lot of Amazon entrepreneurs are weak in is customer acquisition and marketing, because Amazon always brings us the customers and everything, and now people are freaking out. It's like eventually we're not going to be able to email them. It's going to be really hard to get reviews, and that's true. So the people that are going to win long term can do that customer acquisition and have their own email list to launch to, where you can go and get the reviews, or running cold traffic there, or not straight cold, but through a landing page. We talk about that in the course too. So just be very careful when you're doing this, just because this is, I honestly think it is a question of not if, but when, and how hard and how do they lay down the hammer on this, because it is fraud and abuse going on. And be careful. Here's a tip. Go out there and find some of your customers in real life and go interact with them. You'll build some really true fans. Just tell them what you're doing, what your brand vision is, and who you are. And just say, hey, I'm making this. I'm looking for really good feedback. I'd love to give you this at 99% off or for free. And just really do whatever it takes. And I bet they're going to give you a review. And if not, you got to learn data and meet your customers in real life. And if nothing else, you made their day better, and I bet they'll make your day better. And so I hope that this has made your day better, and go do something awesome. Until next time.